Hello everyone, I'm CoolGuy, welcome back. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with me, and content this week is going to be a little bit light. I have the scout review, then on Thursday or Friday I'm going to do the Battle Harmony Warlock PvP exotic chess piece, the top 5 weapons to use it with, and just how it performs overall. But earlier in the week I was invited to participate in a Bungie virtual community summit with several passionate developers to provide feedback. Destiny is in full stride, we have a lot to look forward to, and I'm not going to talk specifics, but I can tell you that I was floored in a good way. Based on that virtual summit, they are absolutely listening and doing. Lots of doing going on. So I want to thank you guys for your support, having really good conversations down in the comment section, building each other up, sharing a passion. I really appreciate you, and thank you to Bungie for the invite. So getting into the video, Scout users, I feel your pain. This one, if you decided to use it, it would be used like a tool in your toolbox. You can bring it out in certain situations. There are a couple special things about it. I want to bring those to your attention if you choose. I know there are a lot of you out there that use Scout rifles, and believe it or not guys, there are Scout mains in Destiny. I see you. And when I see rolls, certain perks, I stash them. So after this video or during it, you can make the call if it's worth it or not. In a Scout Rifle's case, we do have anti-barrier on the season for the artifact, so you can use it on champions. And with the Scout Rifle, I found there's a common theme when it comes to usage, and that theme is one of these things is not like the other. So Randy's Throwing Knife, Might Multi-Tool, Jade Rabbit, Symmetry, Polaris Lance, each of them has something special. High stability, a lethal perk, movement, whatever it is. Today's video is talking about a 200 RPM lightweight arc energy scout, the Eternal Blazon. There are two main reasons I want to talk about this scout and how they fit into a loadout. It does have some of those one of these things is not like the other qualities about it, and I feel that there's one special thing for PvE, one special thing for PvP. And usually you think Might Multi-Tool when the lightweight scout comes to mind, and it seems like no matter what happens to the meta, any adjustments are made, the Mida is just always sitting there viable. It's been a great weapon. But the Eternal mostly found from PvE strikes, activities. It's also found as random drops. You can also get it through Umbral focusing. There are only 4 total legendary lightweight scouts in the game currently. 3 are non-sunset that we can use, so Nightwatch, Vouchsafe, and this one. For the stats, it's expected. These lightweights are known for their handling, their reload, really high stats there. Not so much for the range instability, and we're going to talk about that in a moment. But as far as the perk pool, the first perk column, Rapid Hit, Full Auto, Overflow, Killing a Wind, Quick Draw, Slide Shot. The second perk column, Kill Clip, One for All, Thresh, Rangefinder, Unrelenting, Disruption Break. When it comes to the scopes, the Flash and the Torch are going to be your top options. They give the best bang for your buck. They're very open, very clean. Since it has scopes, not barrels, that means that there's going to be no recoil direction helping perks on there. It has a base recoil direction of 52, it bounces to the left, and it bounces pretty good. So to clean that up just a little bit more, you can put on a Counterbalance Mod, and that honestly isn't a bad option because it has a very healthy mag in the very beginning. We'll talk about that more in a second. Magazine-wise, honestly, Ricochet is the top option to bring that stability from 41 to 51. That's going to help with feel, but also importantly, it's going to help combat flinch a little bit better. I'm going to talk about that as we go. I first want to start with the Crucible, and when you look at that second column, one of these things is not like the other. And yes, it's Kill Clip. There are only 2 scouts in the whole game that have Kill Clip. This one and the Kinetic High Impact Transfiguration. Kill Clip has been seen less and less from season to season, so it's really important to single it out when it comes up. And for the Crucible, Kill Clip's the only reason I'm keeping a roll. It's the only reason the scout's going to be getting stashed away, and it's one of the only reasons I'm choosing to do a video on it. In some of these clips, I am using the Warlock's Battle Harmony exotic, and again, I'm going to cover that later on in the week or next week. But at base, these do 54 to the head, 31 to the body. They have a 0.9 TTK, so in theory, these can hang in the current meta, but in reality, the hand cannons knock you around. So minimum, you need at least 1 scout and flinching on your chest piece. But even with that, you're still going to get knocked around. These have low-ish stability, and that goes hand in hand with flinch. The more stable that it is, the less that it pops up, so the easier it is to compensate. And I feel like more than any other weapon in the game, the Scout Rifle requires a ton more user compensation. Each shot you're adjusting, which you should be doing anyway. But aside from the exotics, Polaris Lance and Jade Rabbit, if you're able to do that, combat flinch, control the recoil with the flinch, these can perform. The damage goes to 72 per headshot with Kill Clip, and that's why you use it. 0.9 does compete in the meta, but 0.6 even more. Landing 3 straight headshots with Kill Clip is the 0.6 TTK. When you get that going on the Scout archetype, it's amazing, but you have to get there first. Obviously, longer sight lines are going to be your friend. There's 3 main options to pair with it. Above all, Rapid Hit, because Rapid Hit gives you the stability that you almost need to return fire, and then it gives you the transition reload right into Kill Clip. It's a perfect pairing. And after that, we have Slide Shot. This is for the slide into the stability boost. to get those starting shots on point to combat flinch. And this is what I have on mine paired with Kill Clip. It does okay. You can't use it all the time. It's very good for rushing around corners, but then we have Killing Wind. After a kill, you reload, you have Kill Clip going, you have Killing Wind for a second, you have the lightweight moving bonus built in, you have the Killing Wind moving bonus on top of that, then the accuracy that Killing Wind gives you, it's a good pairing. There's also Full Auto. It's not a bad perk, it's going to be up to the player, but everything else is more PvE focused. So stick to your lanes, add stability wherever you can, go for 3 taps and have some fun. For PvE, there are 2 main perks that caught my eye. First of all, One for All. One for All states you hit 3 separate targets, you just hit them, you then get a damage buff for 10 seconds. It's 35%. I love this perk. And on a lightweight scout, surprisingly, it feels great. Like in Battlegrounds, any activity, you can be a little bit more in the back, still have really good damage. You have the fast fire rate, can start ripping through ads. It actually works out really well. I am enjoying it. And since it's a scout, you aren't going to be doing anything too crazy. Most ads need a couple, 3 shots, but you can do it safely at a distance. You kind of pick off enemies and help your team that way. Now, the second perk I want to talk about is Disruption Break, and I always talk about this perk when it comes up. And this also works in PvP as well. You need to do about 104 damage, so actually like 2 headshots, it's going to proc. But when you break an enemy shield, kinetics do 50% more damage. So even though I'm using a scout, I usually pair this or any disruption break energy weapon with Izanagi, or even Bastion sometimes, because a honed edge times 4 with 50% on top of that is hefty. That's a big shot. Or on the other side of things, maybe your team has kinetic shotguns, maybe trench barrel, something like that, or maybe frenzy on the rendition. You can break those shields at a distance on yellow bars, and they're just going to get mowed if they have those kinetics out. Now, unfortunately, they took this away from working against champions. You used to be able to crack them, the anti-barriers, and just delete them with Izanagi. But now if you have a disruption break weapon, break the anti-barrier shield, you get no extra damage. But on all other enemies, it works the same. 50% more, and it works well. So those two really depend on your playstyle, what you want to try to accomplish. The One for All role could have a place because it could be Arc Burn Day. You could also use it for anti-barrier. It could work out. Or you could be running activities, breaking shields in the back of your fire team with disruption break. Now, if that sounds like you, one of those two things, then 100% go for it. If it happens to roll, stash it. I always do, because you never know what's going to get buffed or nerfed. I still have high impact scouts, lightweight pulses, just waiting for the day to come, and hopefully that day will come. For PvP, it's all about kill clip. If you get that to drop, try it out, because there's a very high ceiling, but it kind of starts at a very low floor. And real quick before I forget, I mean, PvE wise, especially One for All, I have rapid hit. That way I can get the stability, the fast reload, it works good, but honestly, overflow might be a little bit better for it. But to conclude here, I enjoy this scout. I enjoy it more than some other scouts that I've used as of late. I always find myself coming back to the exotics, Jade, Symmetry, Polaris, Mida. They're just above and beyond better. I mean, as far as feel, the perks, just all of it. I don't know, that could be me. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. But as far as this one, I do have a stability mash to work on my kill clip one. I think I am going to fully mash to work it and continue using it. With Battle Harmony, I'm able to 2-head 1 body. Otherwise, it's just a 3-head shot. And like I said, when you get that going, you feel pretty unstoppable with the 0.6 at range. At first, I didn't like it at all, but what really changed for me was just concentrating on combating flinch. And like I said, they're the only weapons that you really have to do that for. You can kind of have a little bit of down pull, a little bit of resist on your recoil control to combat flinch with all weapons. And again, you should be doing that with all weapons. But with scouts, you just have to do it a lot more. I don't know why. But once I started doing that, I started getting in a groove with it, and it felt really, really good. As for me, it has to be the right lost sector for the burn. If I want to use it for anti-barrier, I'm going to keep the One for All roll and the kill clip roll. There's some ups and downs. Like I had some really low points with it. It kind of feels like just everything outshoots it, but there are other games where just everything's on point. It's hitting and going on really, really good streaks. So they're kind of weird weapons right now. I want to know your thoughts. Have you used it in PvE and PvP? How are you liking it? If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. If you're looking for a new controller, I am partnered with Scuff Gaming. You can use the link down below and my code COOL at checkout for a discount. Let's talk about this 200 RPM arc lightweight down below. Your rolls, your thoughts, let's talk about it. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.